Welcome to the Art of Vibrancy podcast. It's a place where inspired experts distill their brilliance down into simple, practical advice that you can use right away. It's 8 minutes, it's 4 questions, and it's one practical piece of advice that you can put into use today. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Art of Vibrancy podcast. You are so lucky today because I am with Sarah Sperry. Sarah, how are you today? And tell our audience where you're speaking from.
I'm great. Thank you for having me. It's so great to meet you. I am speaking from the Bay Area, just right outside San Francisco, in the heart of Silicon Valley.
Lovely. Yeah, it's such a lovely area. Which are you, north or south of the city?
Just south of the city, about 30 minutes.
Right. Oh, well, I was in
a little town called San Carlos, California, just north of Palo Alto.
Yeah, I know just where that is. Yeah, I was in San Luis Obispo for a few weeks.
Yes,
yeah.
Beautiful college town.
College town, yeah, loads of students, fantastic. So I'll just tell our audience. Let's do the 4 questions in 8 minutes. So I'm going to set the timer and then we'll hit the road with this.
Great.
I'll just tell the audience a little bit about you first. Sarah is where are we? Here we are. I've got it now. Sarah is a mother of 3 living in the heart of the Silicon Valley. She's a certified health and wellness coach and NASM Certified Personal Trainer. She helps empower busy women to create lasting change in order to live more balanced lives. She particularly enjoys helping female executives who are constantly on the go to navigate their health and their fitness challenges.
That's right.
Absolutely brilliant. Yes, you're doing good in the world, Sarah.
Great.
So here we go.
Thank you. Yes.
4 minutes, 8 minutes, 4 questions.
Sounds
Firstly,
good.
Sarah, what in your experience is the biggest problem that people face as they age with regard to staying healthy, well, and positive?
Yeah, good question. So in my practice, I mostly see, as you mentioned in the introduction, women, professional women, executive women that are, managing a multitude of tasks throughout the day. And so I think the number one challenge that I see in my practice is really helping people manage their chronic stress and their burnout symptoms. As you know, chronic stress can cause a multitude of health issues, anxiety, panic attacks, high blood pressure, inflammation, and this can all lead to chronic diseases. So usually there's a lot of warning signs, and if those warning signs are dealt with and acknowledged, then you can kind of solve for and resolve the chronic stress and the burnout. The problem is we live in a super noisy world, and I think the number one roadblock that people come up against is being able to manage their day-to-day in this noisy world. So we have, emails that we're constantly checking. We constantly are looking at, alerts on our phone and social media, and there's news headlines constantly being thrown at us. There's a lot of distraction in our day-to-day. So, we're managing meetings, and obviously during the COVID economy, it's been even more stressful managing our kids at home and working from home. And so, my program, my health coaching business is really focused on helping women try to manage all this and try to solve for kind of all this craziness in the day-to-day.
Right, yeah. So stress created by overload mostly, sounds like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are trying to pack a lot into our days, and advances in technology are amazing and have made our lives much more productive. But at the same time, we're being thrown. Our brains are having a hard time keeping up with everything that we're trying to do.
All this information flying at us all the
time. Absolutely.
Anyway, we could talk forever about that. So that's fantastic. So second question, Sarah, what are the common mistakes people have about solving that problem, the misconceptions they have about it as well?
Yeah, I think the number one misconception that I hear from women is busy women is, I just got back from vacation. I went to a beach and I relaxed for a week and I felt amazing. I felt great. And now that I'm back in my day-to-day and trying to manage everything, I'm trying to manage my anxiety and my burnout symptoms are back. So I think the number one misconception is that I can go take a vacation and I can solve, all my problems. The problem is when you come back, if you haven't really worked to implement lifestyle changes and put up better boundaries so that you can, manage things and stay focused, all those symptoms come right back. And that's really what my program kind of helps with is in 6 simple steps, we basically dive in. I have a 3-month and a 6-month option where we dive in and we talk about different topics, eating to reduce inflammation, reinventing your workouts to help better manage stress. We do a session on mindfulness and meditation. So we really talk about a lot of topics that can help you implement lifestyle changes to help better manage all these chronic stress symptoms.
Right. So it's the whole person. So the misconception is that I can take a break from it all and come back to it and I'll be fine. But
yes,
people need to address the symptoms and then work on them, don't they? And that's where a coach comes in, like yourself. Sounds like.
Absolutely. Yep. I think, none of this is rocket science, but I think the problem is we all forget in our day-to-day and our busy day-to-days to do the things that we need to do to take care of ourselves. And so if you take an hour of your day, usually it's 1 hour every other week is what the coaching program is set up as. You can think of it as just an hour, twice a month to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I pitch it to people. And if you think about that, 2 hours a month to focus on yourself, that's really not that much time in the grand scheme of things.
But it's that accountability, isn't it, and everything. So,
absolutely.
Question that we're doing great. 3 minutes left. So, perfect. Question number 3. What's the number one tip you could give to our audience to help them today? So something tangible and specific that they could actually do right away after this session today, after this.
Yeah. So this is really simple and it sounds a little funny, but I recommend to my clients to write out 5 small things that make you happy. They don't have to cost a lot of money. They can be super simple. So it can be something as simple as lighting a candle or reading a magazine or a book for pleasure that's not work related, or a special like tea or coffee ritual that you like to drink. So I recommend people stick them either like on your bathroom mirror or on your computer monitor somewhere where you can see them. And I recommend that you try to do at least 3 of those things each day. So it sounds kind of simple and funny, like I said, but I think like we talked about in the busyness of the day-to-day, and as we go through our to-do lists and all of our tasks, I think, we forget to do things that make us happy. And I think when we take the 5 minutes to do, one of those things on your list, it can kind of help calm your mind, calm your brain, and then be able to move on with your day.
Brilliant. That's such a simple idea, but I can see that just works. It brings me joy thinking about it, to write down things that you love and then concentrate now and again during the day on them and do something. That's just, I love that. That's so brilliant.
Yeah. Super
Last
simple.
question.
Like I said, it's not rocket science.
But it needs someone like yourself to point this out to people, because I think that's
it's easy to forget to do for
things
yourself.
are simple, aren't they? So
yeah.
Right, one more question left, and we're down to the last 40 seconds. What free resource would you like to share with our audience today, Sarah?
Yeah, sure. I have a free 3-day meal plan that helps clients reduce anxiety and inflammation. And so I think when we suffer from chronic stress and anxiety, usually it means our cortisol levels are raised. And there are natural ways to reduce our cortisol levels, especially with the food that we eat. So one of my favorite mantras is, food is medicine. So if we are cognizant about what we put in our bodies, there are ways to help reduce our inflammation and anxiety by eating, kind of a more focused and healthier diet. So I would love to provide that to all your listeners.
Absolutely perfect. Just quickly tell our audience where they can download that. Say the website.
Yes, off my website, sperrywellness.com. There'll be a pop-up that comes up, and you can click a button to subscribe, and that free meal plan will come directly to your inbox.
Absolutely perfect. Sarah, that has been just brilliant today. I love the simple message at the end as well. That's lovely.
Good.
And I urge our audience to download your 3-day meal plan and get in touch with you. So,
great.
On behalf of everyone listening at the Art of Vibrancy, I'd like to thank you, Sarah. That's been really interesting, and you've been great. See you soon.
Thank you, Rob.
Yeah?
So great to meet you. Take care.
Okay, bye. Thanks for checking out the Art of Vibrancy podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes, subscribe, rate us, and leave a review, and I'll love you forever. And if you'd like to try my energy boosting, inflammation busting, brain and body food breakfast, head over to www.breakfastofbrilliance.com and download the recipe today. See you soon. Bye.